Advantages of establishing a dry eye center of excellence. If you're working in a very good hospital and you feel that you have a very good team, you have a good staff, so there you can have a small, you can establish a dry eye center of excellence in collaboration with the interested companies, or you can have yourself, because as I said, it generates revenues. It also enhances, it also enhances the surgical focus. It also differentiates. You stand out of the box, right? Because now you have an additional specialty to deal with and your patients will be happy. Again, dry eye clinic is a premium or a necessary medical service. If you are an optometrist and you feel on expanding your clinic, I will definitely say that you can convert it into a necessary medical service. Now, it also depends upon the budget that you want to involve into. Initially, you have to take small baby steps. Initially, you can invest in a small apparatus and instruments that can definitely help you in deep cleaning things and can also increase your workload. And with the time, your budget, you feel that there is a profit. Apart from that, your patients are satisfied, they're spreading the good word about you, then you can also invest on big instruments and devices. Dry eye clinic is a facility. 20 to 30% of the OPD patients that if we have work in your hospitals, we complain about the dry eye symptoms, as I said, and we as an optometrist can have earlier also dispense patients and also treated patients who had blepharitis, okay, who have meibomitis and so on, those small issues with the eyelids. Okay, so in that case, now you have to upgrade your system. And while upgrading, why not to involve a proper clinic and a setup where we are known as a dry eye expert as well. Okay. The first slide which I have added here is about an eye spa. It is a separate thing. It is not about my presentation or dry eye spa thing. Eye spa is in 2 minutes, 2-drop handy eye drop, which is available over the counter for dry eyes. It has nothing to do with the dry eye spa. Dry eye spa basically will treat those who suffer from the meibomian gland dysfunction, because it is one of the main culprits which causes severe dry eye problems. And most of the time, it gets undiagnosed as well as untreated, and the patients are most of the time unhappy. The entire basis of what I want to say about the dry eye spa is basically to give value to the patient with a comprehensive acute and prevention and maintenance treatment that will basically also help you in treating the specific ocular disorders at hand. These are a few of the touch points of a dry eye clinic if you are planning to have in a small scale. So if you have, what I request you to have a walk-in, especially for a dry eye patient. It should not be in that case that if a patient comes for contact lens, then in that case, on that same day, you are doing a dry eye checkup. No, if a patient has come for contact lens, then treat contact lens as a specialty. And if you want to have a very good practice, then enroll patients specifically for a dry eye clinic days. You can have 2 to 3 days allotted in a week for especially for treating the dry eye patient. In that case, patient will also come to know, yes, this is not a normal thing. This is a serious problem. And if I don't get treated, then in that case, definitely I'm going to have a lot of problems later on because of the lifestyle that we all have. We have to work online. We have a lot of computer work, especially children as well these days, right? They have a lot of screen exposure. So in such a cases, I really recommend you all to involve such things in your practice. And then see, the thing is, if you are integrating such things, so you cannot do everything on your own. You need to have a small team in it where you can have 1 or 2 staff and a proper detailed history of the patient, refraction of the patient, counseling of the patient, history of what medication the patient was on, any systemic illness. These all things should be properly recorded. Apart from that, if you get a patient referred from any ophthalmologist, then you should also have a detailed analysis of what history and what treatments that the patient has basically undergone there with the doctor that has referred you the patient. And then we have the you can also have a very small test as well, where you can just detect what sort of dryness is there, what is the treatment, what will be your first stage, should I prescribe eye drop initially, and what should be your examination. If you have a doubt, you can also take help from the ophthalmologist as well. And after the confirmation of the dry, okay, after the dry diagnosis has been made, there are multiple questionnaires available. We have gone through them when we were in optometry colleges. Whatever suits you best, you can make the patient as well as you yourself fill, and your staff should also be aware of the questionnaire available and that you are making the patient fill, confirmation for the dry eye treatment. Okay, and after that you have the opinion. So the gist is that the patient, that everything should be done in a very much systematic manner, and the main focus should be on the treatments, like educating dry eye therapy as well as follow up. It should not be in that way that the patient comes for the treatment, you did the treatment, and then it's okay, no follow up and no calling of the patient. If you are in a private thing, then definitely you need to maintain data. Apart from that, also you need to follow up the patient, call the patient, connect to the patient, and you have to also convince them what is the need for the follow up. In many of this in many of the cases when I was working in a government hospital, I've seen that patient, apart from patient, many of the doctors were like, okay, it's okay, it's a dry eye thing, we have rush and okay. But if the patient are actually educated about what problem they are having and how we are going to treat it, definitely the patient will turn for it.